On November 18, 2023, the YouTube channel Outdoor Boys released a solo bushcraft video filmed deep in the forests of Alaska. The channel is known for outdoor survival, hunting, and camping in remote environments. This time, Luke enters the woods alone in late autumn, gathering food, building shelter, and preparing for the night, unaware that the surrounding forest is far more active after dark than it appears by day.
An invasive beetle called the Japanese spruce bark beetle has wiped out more than 90% of the spruce trees in this forest. I can see a spruce grouse sitting on a tree branch up ahead. I definitely got him. Oh, there he is. Yeah. There it is. Check it out. Those are moose bones right there. That looks like a big wolf dookie. See all the hair in it? Oh, there's more wolf poop. Wolves probably patrol this trail looking for food. Sure is a lot of poo on it. Oh, this looks like a decent spot to make camp.
Luke moves slowly along a forest trail in Alaska, searching for food and checking animal tracks. Along the way, he passes bleached moose bones and large piles of dark scat filled with fur, confirming that this area is part of an active hunting territory. Later, Luke chooses a campsite surrounded by dead spruce trees. Years earlier, bark beetles killed most of the forest, leaving dry trees standing everywhere. He cuts the dead trunks and stacks them into a simple bushcraft wall to block the wind and reflect heat. Nearly all the trees around him. The dry wood burns very easily, turning the area into a place that could catch fire fast.
Alrighty, I'm gonna get away from my campsite and go clean this bird. There we go, a couple pieces of grouse breast meat. Oh, that's looking good. Just stick it right there to warm. Oh, that smells delicious. May not look fancy, but I'm excited to eat it. Oh, that was delicious.
As daylight fades, Luke cleans and cooks the grouse he hunted earlier. He eats beside the fire, following a calm and familiar routine. But beyond the light of the flames, the forest stays dark and quiet, giving no clear signs of what's nearby. At around 2:30 a.m., something changes. From inside the shelter, Luke hears howls coming from the forest. The sounds don't stay in one place. They move around the camp.
Guys, it's about 2:30 in the morning, and there is a large pack of coyotes out around my camp. I can hear them laughing and barking off to the left, and then over to the right. All right, I'm going to try to get some sleep and see if they come into camp and mess with anything.
Well, good morning. I didn't sleep very well last night. I kept getting woken up by this massive pack of coyotes. I first heard them over here on the left, and it was so many dogs. Around 2 a.m., they were off here to the left, and then they worked their way through the woods in front of the tent. And then they got all the way out towards the car is. 4 or 5 a.m., they came back this way. And this time I could hear them behind the tent. But I kept the fire going all night, and as far as I know, they never came into camp. There we go, fried Spam. A little pat of butter here, we're gonna just melt all over it. Fried bread, honey butter, and Spam. The breakfast of champions right there. Hear that pack of coyotes started howling over there again.
As the howling continues, Luke starts to realize the animals are not alone. Instead of passing through, the animals seem to stay close. With the sounds lasting for hours, from around 2 a.m. to 5 a.m., Luke keeps the fire burning all night, knowing the fire is the only thing keeping the animals at a distance. When morning arrives, Luke begins preparing breakfast, but the night's danger hasn't fully passed. Faint howls still echo through the forest, as the coyotes continue to mark their territory. The sounds serve as a clear reminder that this place does not belong to humans. Recognizing the message, Luke decides to pack up his camp and leave the area. When coyotes remain active for long periods, it often shows confidence rather than simple curiosity. In remote areas, how long the sounds last can be more important than actually seeing the animals. When wildlife stays nearby for hours, it raises questions about how closely the situation is being monitored. Hold on a sec. If you're enjoying this so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's continue. On January 27th, 2026, the YouTube channel Trail Off, known for solo hiking and outdoor experiences in New Zealand, uploaded a video filmed in the Tararua Ranges near Wellington. The video follows a man hiking alone on the Dobson Loop Trail to clear his mind, unaware that the day will not unfold as expected. The man walks alone through dense native forest, enjoying the greenery and the sense of isolation. The path feels familiar and manageable. He talks about hiking as a way to reduce stress, and his mood is relaxed as he moves deeper into the trees. Then, without warning, a painful event threatens his safety.
I'm on the ground right now. I've stepped down onto a root and it's given way, and I've heard a snap either in the root or in my ankle, and now I'm in a bit of pain. So I guess this is a really good opportunity for me to document what I'm doing to get myself out of this situation. I want to be clear, this is not pretend. I don't know how badly. I've already called loudly for help. No one has heard, and there's every chance that at 2:39 p.m. in the afternoon on a Saturday, there's a chance I might be the last person through this trail for the day.
While stepping onto a tree root, it suddenly snaps, sending him to the ground in sharp pain and making it clear this is no longer a normal hike. The situation quickly escalates, and despite calling out for help, it becomes clear that he is completely alone in the forest.
The pain was worse at the start than it is now. My first thought was that I'd broken my ankle. And so if I've done that, there's no way that I can get out of here. The pain is going to get substantially worse when I'm out of shock. This sucks. I don't want to do that. God. Oh. Oh God. Oh. I can't go that foot first. There's no chance I can be out of here on this ankle before dark. Oh.
Despite the pain, he tries to stand, but it is immediately clear that something is wrong and his body won't allow him to walk out safely.
I've reached the... Hopefully it holds me up. Okay. Basic first aid now. I think it talks to my phone, so I'm going to get out the...
So I've had a reply from, I guess, the emergency services. I don't really know who, Maritime something. I met a lovely lady called Stephanie who's going to walk out and let Katrina know that I have a sprained ankle and that I've used my GPS or my PLB to call for help. I think she felt a bit guilty leaving, which it's understandable, but, you know, she couldn't help me. And so going and confirming that, in fact, I do have help coming is handy. When I move around, the ankle's clicking a bit and it's sitting funny. And I'm starting to get the shakes a little bit. Put on some warmer clothes because I'm actually kind of cold now. Just replying to emergency services who have asked me to confirm that I'm on the track.
Accepting the situation, he activates his personal locator beacon and sends out an SOS signal. He receives a response soon after. While waiting, his body begins reacting to the injury, requiring immediate steps to stay safe and stable.
So that definitely sounds like a helicopter. I can't really move. I want to get up and wave stuff around, but I can't. I am stupid, but the second you see the helicopter, you think, yep, I'm real pleased. And then you start to, yeah.
That was a dignified noise. Something that's not fucking green. I'm in this clearing.
Eventually, he hears the sound of a helicopter overhead. Relief quickly turns into fear when the aircraft circles but does not see him.
Please see me. Please. So someone winched down through the canopy and came up and helped me. It was really amazing. I was given a green whistle of drugs, which made me feel a lot better. I was still convinced it was sprain, but turns out was, in fact, a little fracture on the outside of the ball of the ankle.
After several tense minutes, rescuers arrive and quickly transport him to the hospital. He is treated and sent home the same night, reflecting on how quickly a simple hike turned into a situation where help was the only option. Many viewers noted how quickly an ordinary hike can become dangerous when someone is alone. A single injury, combined with isolation and time pressure, can turn a small mistake into a serious survival situation. When hiking alone, how prepared are you for the moment when you can't walk back out on your own? On October 22, 2025, the YouTube channel Jasco, known for overnight camping challenges and paranormal exploration, uploaded a video filmed in the Star Hill Forest outside New York. In this video, Jasco and his friend Chris return to a wooded area linked to old cemeteries and dark local legends. What begins as another overnight challenge quickly shows signs that this forest may not be as empty as it seems.
There was a serial killer that used to roam this forest and bury his victims all throughout the forest as well as this cemetery. In the cemetery, it is also rumored to be haunted by this sort of white-faced demon. And people claim that you look it in its face, that it will scar you for life. There was once a woman who looked at this demon face to face and she cannot talk to this day. So we're gonna go in there. Chris,
What was that?
why did all of the lights by the tombstones shut off?
That's actually fucking weird.
Actually, guys, there's these little lamps right here. They're scattered all throughout the cemetery. I swear to God, when we got here, hold on, actually, I just posted this on my Instagram story. Look at this. If you look in the cemetery, the lights are on.
That's concerning.
Jasco and Chris arrive at the Star Hill Forest as night approaches. The area is quiet, surrounded by trees and old graves hidden in the dark. Jasco explains the history of the location, including stories of violence and strange activity. As they move through the cemetery, small details begin to stand out. Solar lights on the graves suddenly shut off as they get closer. The forest feels active, even when nothing is clearly visible.
What's that like light green thing over there? You see
Yeah, I
it?
see that. I don't like that.
I'll take a
That's
picture.
very close.
I'm gonna zoom in on that. What is that? It looks like a tent. Look at my phone.
Yeah, there's
It's a tent, I
someone's
think.
camping over there.
No way.
That's a tent. You're right.
Checking.
Check it? No, I don't think I want to.
While exploring deeper into the woods, they notice something unusual in the distance. A light-colored tent sits among the trees. Neither of them recognizes it, and they decide not to approach. Soon after, they hear footsteps moving across dry leaves.
And we spoke to some people nearby, the gas stations and stuff, and a lot of people said never go back there because there were rumors of some dark practices that occurred back here. This is apparently the area where that girl seen the white-faced demon that had her basically unable to speak to this day. I hear like walking in the leaves, like the...
Yeah, crunching. Someone out here? Hello?
Wait.
Yeah, I heard that. Poor timing.
Hello? Listen, we don't want to go too far. We're just kind of curious to see who or what's out here. It is so chilling. It's so quiet.
Hello?
What
the fuck is
that sounds like a girl's voice.
Hello, you okay?
Do you need help?
It's up to you, bro.
All right, how about this? I have an idea, Chris.
Okay.
Before we make it back to the cemetery, prove to us that you're here, turn the lights back on in the cemetery, at least one of them.
I just saw a red light flash over there. What the fuck was that?
Wait, what?
Sorry, I'm looking over my shoulder. I just saw a red light flash over there. What the fuck?
I see it.
See it? Isn't that crazy?
Thank you. Can you tell me, were you murdered by the serial killer? Okay, so she hates you.
Oh, what the fuck? The fuck was that?
What is that? Chris, do you see that?
Yeah, what is that?
Who's down there? Oh! Oh my God, careful, careful. Go, 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 go,
Where are
go,
we
go.
going?
The sounds are close enough to suggest someone else is nearby. When a red blinking light appears deeper in the forest, followed by a low growling sound, both decide to retreat to their truck. 2 days after, they return to a different camping area nearby.
We drove by there the other night when we first came here, and there was people there. So, curious. Let's go take a look.
Can't see a single thing.
Oh my God.
Probably a good night to go look at the stars.
Someone had a fire here recently.
Okay.
100%, because it's still, brother, it's still lit. I mean, you guys can see that. This is very recent. People are clearly here drinking. About 1.5 years ago, we had our tent set up here, and we left to go film in the forest. We came back, and our tents were completely destroyed. Like someone cut them up with knives.
They find a fire pit that is still warm, with smoke lingering in the air. The fire appears recent, suggesting someone was there not long before. Jasko then inserts footage from a previous visit to the same forest. In that earlier trip, their tent had been slashed while they were away. The memory changes how they view the current situation.
That was crazy,
A shadow?
It literally in the straight back. It was a person, bro. It literally looked like a person just ran by the trees, like almost like a slow motion run.
Choking.
Choking.
If we have to pee, just make sure we come right here.
Ooh.
Hello?
Ooh, boy.
Bro, what could have fallen from a tree besides leaves? That was heavy.
Locations hold power.
Someone just threw something.
I was gonna say we sleep here tonight. I still think that's the case, because
Apparition.
apparition.
That's what I just saw.
Bro,
I literally
apparition
just saw
was
something
crazy.
run by the trees. What was that?
Whoa.
Dust.
You don't scare us.
Oh, yeah. What scares me? A little
Stay
bit.
right here.
No. I don't want to.
Okay. I'm hearing some crazy noises over there. Whoa.
What the fuck?
Oh, let's go, 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 go. What is that?
As time goes by, more strange moments occur. Chris spots a dark figure moving quickly between the trees. Soon after, a loud metallic sound echoes through the forest. Once again, they leave the area and regroup. They then visit the remains of an old foundation known as the Doctor's House.
Again, bro. Okay. Guys, I have tried every single battery that I have for my night vision camera. Every single battery was at 100%. None of them are working. Like, none of these batteries are working. It's not a camera thing, because we used this literally yesterday.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, man. It's slippery, careful.
Oh, what the fuck?
On, brother, my camera's being fucked with and now this?
Hello?
So that one time we were here, there was like a massive old luggage here, so moldy and nasty.
Yeah.
And inside was like a bunch of weird personal belongings and dolls and shit.
What is that?
That's crazy. That is crazy. Look at that. What's up? Ugh, ew. Look in there.
Okay.
Oh my God. What happened in this house? What is the residual haunting? Can you tell us?
To cause madness. Marked.
Marked. What was that? Yo, yo.
Hello? Bro, the truck's not far. We gotta go, we gotta go.
Thomas.
Thomas, was that you in one of the photos? Was that your car?
Shop. Sickness.
Sickness, of course, the doctor.
While filming, all of their night vision camera batteries suddenly drain, despite being fully charged earlier. On the ground, they find old black and white photographs and a discarded hat. Using a spirit box app, they hear words related to sickness and violence. At the same time, the alarm on their truck goes off, signaling a possible intrusion.
I don't even know, like, I just don't know enough about baseball. But,
Yeah, the Yankees won.
well, look.
What the f was that? Oh my God,
Hold
Mike.
up. Bro, I'm starting to think there might actually be like somebody out here.
Who would be crazy enough to be out here?
No, I know that sounds dumb, but...
As night falls, they camp and talk by the fire when something unexpected happens, making them uneasy and raising the tension. For safety, they decide to sleep inside the truck.
Jess, there's talking. Someone's talking. I hear talking outside the truck. I was kind of awake. I just opened my eyes. Because I swear it sounded like people were talking outside, and then I heard a whistle. And then I heard more people talking.
Their rest is quickly interrupted by strange sounds. Flashlights begin moving through the trees near the vehicle. The light keeps shining toward them and does not stop when they respond.
Jazz, wake up. Jazz, please. Bro, there's a fucking light over there. There's a light. There's something over there, look. There's a light right there. Actually a light. There's like a flashlight or something right in front of us.
Where is it? It's off now. Do you think there's someone out there?
That looked like someone holding a flashlight, like looking at us, just standing there. To do it, I literally think there was a flashlight. Like someone was like pacing back and forth. It was the weirdest thing. As well. Yo, look. Dude, it just flashed again. Someone just flashed right there. I'm telling you.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, see it?
Yeah,
That's what
I
I'm
see
saying.
it.
It's right there. I don't know what to do.
Can we help you? He's just ignoring us.
I don't understand it.
Moments later, something they did not expect happens.
I don't know, like, I can say for full certainty, there's something weird going on in this forest. Like,
that was a fucking...
That was a gunshot.
There's no fucking way.
That was a gunshot. Okay, well, this is the only way out. I'm just gonna floor it, and whatever the fuck happens, happens.
A loud gunshot echoes through the forest. Facing a clear threat, Jasko immediately drives away. Only then do they realize they may have been followed. Many viewers believe the repeated voices, lights, and gunshot point to human involvement rather than something paranormal, raising one unsettling question. How long had someone been watching before Jasko and Chris realized they were not alone? On November 16, 2024, the YouTube channel CJ Faison, known for solo van camping and outdoor exploration, uploaded a video filmed in the Pine Barrens Forest of New Jersey. CJ travels alone to a remote area to camp overnight, choosing a quiet weekday to avoid people. The forest is known for its isolation and dark history. Before twilight bled into night, CJ took his e-bike around the perimeter. The surroundings felt empty and neglected, with unpleasant smells in the air, giving him the sense that this was not a welcoming place.
There's nobody else camping here, which is good. It's good for me, in several ways, because also too, I don't know if you all feel the same way or not, but like sometimes some seclusion helps you determine whether or not these noises are paranormal, whatever the case might be. And that's why I wanted to get here. There's somebody right there. All right. A little strange. I'm gonna actually go this way just to see what this person's doing. So the truck went this way here. Fish. In some aspects, I think you can hunt out here too. Okay, there's another campsite, and it looks like another outhouse there. Being out here, the sun's kind of going down now. I'm gonna ride around a little bit more because, all right, nighttime, things get creepy. Yeah. I'm actually wishing that somebody was out here camping now because it would just feel like a little bit more peace of mind. I don't see the trail anymore. So according to my map, I have to go way back that way. Basically, I'm going the wrong way, no light. I'm gonna cut the camera and head back that way as fast as I can. So let's get back to this main road.
On the ride back to camp, his sense of isolation shattered. Another vehicle was prowling the narrow forest tracks ahead. He immediately veered off path into the shadows to avoid detection, a knot of unease tightening in his stomach. Back in the relative safety of his van, night truly fell. That was when the situation began to feel more serious.
That was an extremely bright light. I swore there was a bright light. A very bright light. Damn, that was so weird. Like when I'm telling you that was a bright light, I'm saying that was enough light to make me like stop and be like, what the hell? Oh shit! Oh gosh, damn it. I'm losing my mind. I'm literally losing my mind right now. Oh, that was this. Dokie, let me just tell y'all. Oh, I may or may not shit my pants there for just a quick second. Let's go on. Let's kind of explore around a little bit here at nighttime. So,
The oppressive silence was suddenly violated when a blinding, high-intensity beam pierced the tree line, sweeping across his campsite like a searchlight. Adrenaline spiking, CJ killed his own interior lights, plunging himself into darkness to watch the unknown source.
yeah, that was weird. Let me try something really quick. My camera just went doo-doo-doo and shut itself off as soon as I took a step. Alright, I don't know. Weird coincidence where there's a haunted log in the middle of the forest. I don't know. That was actually a joke. This is so weird down here. Oh my gosh. Whoa. When I'm looking around, I don't know why I'm downhill or getting out of breath going downhill, but this vibe here reminds me of not only like the Pocomoke forest, but it also reminds me of, gosh, I can't remember the name of that forest. Eleanor, the Eleanor forest. This gives me Eleanor forest vibes like through and through. The trees aren't like huge trees, or like just like smaller little thinner trees. I don't know if y'all can kind of see it or not, but that's how like the Eleanor forest was. And when I went in that forest, I cannot tell where that noise came from. The worst part is I'm in this valley. Ow. Like I don't know if it came from down here. That's the van. That's my van. Shit. What the hell? My tripod's knocked over. Wait, I might have actually done that. When I left, I might have accidentally kicked that over or something. I don't know. And I don't know what this noise is over here. I don't know if it's like one of the airplanes. But there was something down in that valley making like a noise. And I'm not sure what the hell that was. Oh, fuck. I'm losing my shit. I really am. I also put the bed down, start getting it ready. I just wanted to clear the van, make sure nobody's.
Almost immediately, an eerie metallic whining sound echoed up from the direction of the swamp. His nerve broke. He retreated rapidly to the van and through the deadbolts, his heart pounding against his ribs.
Alright. I'm not sure exactly what I heard.
I heard a bump, or like a thump or a thud, or I don't know.
I can hear planes out of this window right here. I hate to overreact, but I think I'm overreacting.
I'm hearing shit. I'm hearing stuff in my sleep. It's freaking cold out here. Hello?
You fucking shit!
What the?
Oh, I'm losing my mind. No, that's a fucking... That's a mask. That's a fucking mask. Hello? I didn't notice if that was there earlier. Hello?
In the middle of the night, CJ wakes to a loud thump against the van. The terrifying silence that followed was broken by the distinct, slow rhythm of footsteps crunching on dry leaves, inches from where he lay. Shaking, he aimed his flashlight out the window into the void and discovered something that would stay with him long after that night. A grotesque mask was hanging from a branch directly beside the van. He knew it had not been there at sunset. Then, the final straw. The disembodied sound of a woman's voice drifted through the darkness right outside his door. The trap felt like it was closing. Feeling an imminent mortal threat, CJ shouted a warning into the night. The realization that his stalkers were right on top of him was too much. Many viewers believe the events point to human involvement rather than coincidence. The moving lights, footsteps, and the mask suggest deliberate actions meant to intimidate or observe. If someone placed the mask near the van, how long had they been watching before CJ realized he was no longer alone? On December 12, 2024, a van lifer named Ariana uploaded a quiet daily vlog to her YouTube channel, Taking a Journey, a channel focused on solo van life, routine workdays, and life on the road. Filmed in a parking lot in Texas, the video follows an ordinary evening inside her van.
Y'all, when is the last time y'all saw a store like this that you can drive through? So that truck just came out. I gotta go there one day. Not right now, because I have somewhere to be, but yep. One day I'm gonna go there. That looks so cool. So I'm not sure where it's leaking from, but it has spilled everywhere. So the water is under here, all over the floor still. And down here. I am definitely gonna have to redo my floor. It's a lot of moisture under here and it's starting to pill up. I just got off. I just want to relax. I have to edit. I have a lot of stuff to clean. And it's not just cleaning up the water because it's from my gray water tank. So I have to go and bleach this. I have to bleach all of this, like all of this down. I had a bag of clothes sitting on the floor because I was gonna go wash. It's soaked now. And I have a huge mess over here, everywhere, because I had to take everything out. And I had to move stuff that was on the floor that is now wet. Oh my goodness, it's so wet, the floor, look, it's coming up. The paint that was on the floor right here, all coming up.
After a long day, Ariana returns to her van and finishes cleaning up a messy leak from her gray water tank. The situation has already left her tired and frustrated. Water has soaked the floor. The smell is unpleasant. She is physically drained and mentally worn down. Later that evening, she sits quietly inside the van. The lights are on. The space feels small but familiar. For a moment, everything seems calm. Then, without warning, a sharp knock hits the side of the van.
So I just finished cleaning up. I bleached the floor 3 times. I'm pretty sure it's clean, but it just doesn't feel clean enough. You know what I'm saying?
Ariana freezes. She does not expect anyone. She listens carefully, trying to understand what she just heard. Ariana reaches for her self-defense tool immediately. Her movements are fast but controlled.
Someone just came and knocked on my window and said I'm out here. And I always keep my my pocket, on me. So I'm reaching back. I'm stunned because who the is this? I don't see the person anymore. I don't even want to park here anymore. Yeah, I don't want to park here anymore.
She tries to look outside, but the darkness makes it hard to see anything clearly. The parking lot feels suddenly empty and exposed.
Okay, yeah, so I think I might move. Give me a second, y'all. What the heck? Let me turn this off. Let's go. I'm not parking here. I'm not. Nope.
After a few tense seconds, Ariana makes a decision. She drives away. Only after leaving the area does her body begin to relax. She parks in a new location and takes a moment to calm herself. The night ends without further incident, but the encounter leaves a lasting question behind. The knock and voice suggest intentional awareness of her presence, raising concerns about how visible solo van lifers are at night. Was the person mistaken about who was inside the van, or did they know someone was watching them from the start? On November 4th, 2025, the YouTube channel 2Swag uploaded a video documenting an illegal urban exploration inside Lake Forest Mall in Gaithersburg, Maryland. The channel focuses on abandoned places, large-scale decay, and real-time exploration. In this video, 2Swag and his team enter a shopping mall closed since March 2023. Once a crowded community center, the building now stands empty, silent, and still partially powered, creating an unsettling contrast between past life and present abandonment.
There's trucks right there. I don't think they have workers in them, so we don't have to be afraid, but it is pretty concerning.
There's a trail cam on that blue thing right there, and then I guess we just gotta try and get into here. Shit, we gotta be careful. Can I check up there? Should we? Yeah, we should. That door looks, it has like multiple padlocks.
The exploration begins from the outside. The group approaches the back of Lake Forest Mall and immediately notices signs that the place is not entirely forgotten. They move carefully, testing doors and avoiding cameras until they find a push-bar entrance that opens into the mall's service corridors. As they explore storefronts, they find spaces frozen in time. A spa still holds magazines dated 2023. A jewelry store contains empty display boxes. Restaurants like Ruby Tuesday still store beer kegs. In electronics shops, phone parts and cables remain scattered on counters. These are not old ruins. This place shut down recently, and the details show how sudden the closure was.
Pretty easy entrance. Gotta go through this. Oh my god, the mold smell. Oh, it's flooded. It is complete and utterly flooded. So you could see how bad all of it truly is. There's complete puddles on the floor in here. Just being in here alone right now is terrible. Every single thing you see right here is leaks. And it also just rained, so this makes everything like 10 times worse. The lights are still on. This is for everybody who says abandoned places can't have power. Look at these frickin' stacks. Destroyed. Inside of a JCPenney, it's raining. That's crazy. You can see it's all just rotted and moldy, and the ceiling is completely decaying. I did not have a headache before walking into this room, and now, like, my temples are burning.
As daylight fades, the mall grows darker. In several areas, water pours from the ceiling. Carpets are soaked. Entire sections of the building are flooded. The smell becomes hard to ignore, and breathing feels uncomfortable.
What the f***? Holy shit. This place is f***ed. This place is actually done for. Oh my god. This is by far the worst, like, explosion I've ever seen of water. Let me get out of here. Holy shit. This is dangerous. Somebody probably did that thinking it was funny and just destroyed this entire mall forever. Oh. My shoes are already destroyed, so there's no real point. But I think this was the security office, how it was from when this place closed. None of this stuff works. All of this stuff is completely fried. They had all of their everything. These desks are just full. Files on files on files. Check request forms, due diligence, bank information, business plan, insurance, cash flow by month 2014. So they were making, I always wondered how much malls make each month. I wonder if we keep going through all these files, if we'll see the mall get less and less net income. I'm not supposed to be in here at all. I am exploring this now because in probably like a month or two, this will be so moldy, I will not be able to explore it. It gets really moldy over here. This is terrible. This is the security office. I bet you they flooded it for a reason. My lungs are hurting. Just walking through this. Oh, this is f***ing mold. It smells so bad in here. There's a pair of bolt cutters. Oh, it's because of the paper, isn't it? I can't go in there. This is probably one of the wildest things I've ever seen. Is a check for $7,000 just floating down the office. That's awful. There's just money and credit cards and checks in here. All of this. IDs. Javon Marcus. Lost keys. There's AirPods. Full-on AirPods. What the hell? I'm just in awe of this place. This is really, really cool.
The team eventually reaches the security and management offices. Here, the mood shifts again. Instead of debris, they find paperwork. These items were not meant to be abandoned. They suggest people left quickly, without fully clearing out their lives.
All right, you guys, so we've made it back. This is day 2. I think we're first gonna go to the Macy's or JCPenney, and then I think we're gonna go over to like the Playset area. So let's go. Oh, there's the sushi place he was talking about. Nori Sushi. Oh, it smells terrible. They left like a whole bunch of food residue here. Maki roll for $1.29 is crazy.
Look at how old this Coke machine is. That looks sick.
Look at how moldy it is. Wait, I want to see what it looks like from the other side. Wait, slide around.
Dude, it's actually like hot. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah, look in here. Why did they just leave all this freaking food residue? That's disgusting. And then what's down here? Yeah, the kitchen is just flooded. Screw that. We're not going in there. That's gross.
On the second day, the group pushes further into the abyss. They find a food court that looks ready to serve the dead, menus still promising meals that no one will eat. But as they prepare to retreat, the atmosphere snaps from eerie to dangerous. A heavy exit door, which had been sealed tight the day before, now stands wide open. Just outside, a security patrol vehicle sits silently in the distance. The realization hits them cold and hard. The layout of the mall has changed because someone else is in here with them. With their flashlight batteries dying and the shadows lengthening, the group makes a hasty exit, acutely aware that while the mall has no shoppers, it is far from empty. Many viewers pointed out that the real danger was not trespassing, but neglect. Active utilities, flooding, mold, and unsecured personal data suggest long-term oversight failures. If a place is abandoned but still running, who is responsible when decay quietly turns into risk? Out There follows Ben and Julie as they explore remote places around the world, from mountains to forests far off the main path. In this video, they head into Mount Hood National Forest, an area rumored to be a Bigfoot hotspot. With just 24 hours and help from a Bigfoot hunter, they begin their search, unaware the forest might answer back.
So how many Bigfoot hunts have you been on so far? This is my first one. Oh.
They begin with the first step of their plan, tree knocking.
One of the main ways people try to communicate with a Sasquatch, which is just taking a piece of wood and hitting trees. So we're gonna harvest our own little dead tree here to use as a knocking stick. while we're walking through here and hitting, we're also looking for things like, whoa, definitely looks like a heel. And then strange tree breaks down trees.
This method is commonly believed to be a way to communicate with Sasquatch by striking trees with a piece of wood, sometimes in patterns, to signal presence or provoke a response. To do this, they collect a small dead tree to use as a knocking stick and move deeper into the forest to begin sending signals. As they walk, they stay alert for physical signs in the area. They look for scat, possible footprints, and unusual tree breaks, details that seem out of place or difficult to explain through normal forest activity alone. Each step forward feels intentional, as they scan the environment for anything that might suggest something is nearby. The next step involves making Bigfoot calls, adding another layer to their attempt at drawing a response. After spending more time hiking through the forest, something unexpected happens. A sound echoes through the trees, deep and guttural, standing apart from the usual noises of the surrounding wilderness. The sound feels unnatural compared to the ambient forest, leaving them unsure of its source.
Do you hear that? Oh my God. That was like a... Whoa, that was so weird. That was so weird. That sounded real.
Well, this tree is kind of moaning, but that was a different sound.
That sounded like a deep, guttural. That was wild. That was wild. I think the female.
Eventually, they make their way back to their campsite, still processing what they heard and what it might mean. The source of the sound remains unclear, with some believing it came from wildlife reacting defensively, while others suspect something unfamiliar. If you heard it alone in the forest, would you investigate further or leave without looking back? Hold on a sec. If you're enjoying this so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's continue. Something in this forest refuses to stay quiet. Uploaded on July 11th, 2024, this video from Exploring with Angelo follows a solo investigation into a location locals describe as active after dark. Known for exploring abandoned and haunted sites alone, Angelo enters with a camera and a Ouija board, unaware of what will respond. As Angelo moved along the muddy, hazardous trail, a heavy atmosphere slowly pressed in, settling into his thoughts.
Well, my camera just picked up on a person for like a split second and then it went away. To be honest, this forest is always one crazy ass adventure. There's always something going on in here.
By the time he reached the campsite, the activity around him intensified. He powered on a spirit communication device and was quickly met with responses that were difficult to explain.
As I walk through that way, I'm going to get the spirit talker rolling and ask some questions as we go through. Okay, well, we got the spirit talker rolling. Oh, it's scary here. Before that, is there something that I'm supposed to describe? I was going to ask you to describe. Oh, okay. It's like another marker on a tree. That's weird.
A newly marked symbol on a tree appeared nearby, adding another layer to the forest's growing mystery. Not long after, a loud sound echoed through the woods, unlike anything produced by animals.
Lots of names.
My family is here.
Whoa, my family is here. Okay, what the f is that? Hello? What the hell? That was loud. That was definitely not an animal noise. There's no way. Hello?
As he continued moving through the area, the device repeated names, each one increasing the tension, while the feeling of being watched from the darkness became harder to dismiss.
What the hell?
I was cremated.
Something's moving. Who was cremated? Okay. Weird. Okay, now I just heard like a thump directly behind me. Anybody? What?
Back at the campsite, Angelo began setting up his tent, but the mood shifted again. Doubt crept in as the forest grew quieter. And faint whistling sounds from the trees strengthened the sense that he was no longer alone.
Spirits, entities of the woods here, whatever might be here, come through, use my energy and speak on this board.
Edith.
Is there anything here with me? Oh, I'm feeling something. Yes or no? Is there something here with me? If there is, go to yes. If not, well then don't do anything.
Elijah.
The situation escalated when Angelo began a Ouija board session, attempting to connect with whatever might be nearby. Names appeared on the board as something brushed against the tent, breaking the silence.
Well, that was weird. It literally walked as it walked. It literally sounded as if...
Stacy.
What the was that? Nope, no. That's... I don't know what the hell that was. Okay, somebody tell me what that was.
Soon after, the sound of footsteps approached the campsite, heightening the fear. A sudden, unidentified shriek rang out through the forest, sharply increasing his anxiety as the presence communicating through the board grew more aggressive.
Okay, what?
My name is Lily.
Okay, can you stop doing that, please? What is going on here? Oh my... Okay, what is that?
Zachary.
Zachary? Zachary is out here? I don't see nothing. This is trippy.
The intensity forced him to stop the session, but the disturbances continued. Hoping for clearer answers, Angelo switched to another communication method. The replies that followed were more direct and far more unsettling. The same disturbing sound returned, now close enough to suggest something was right beside him, even though nothing could be seen.
Yes. Did whatever this group of people do the other day, did it conjure something even further? Live? Sounded almost like it said stop. Leave. Why do you want me to leave so bad? It sounded like it said don't. Well, I'm gonna look outside. Oh, what the f***? That was that sound again. What the fuck? What was that?
Shortly after, movement near the campsite caught his attention, reinforcing repeated warnings to leave.
Whoa, I just saw something. What in the f... Holy shit. No. I literally just saw somebody walk by. I don't know what that was. Who's out there? Something keeps warning me to leave, but I just saw. It looked like somebody walked right by.
Shaking with fear, Angelo decided to pack up immediately. Though exiting the area proved difficult.
Shaking right now. There's nothing here. Nothing here, no one here. Okay, I'm gonna pack up this tent real quick. I've been here like so many times before. I'm gonna just keep rolling for the time being.
The forest seemed to push back as he tried to leave, disorienting him with strange noises and a constant feeling of being followed. Panic set in as he moved through the darkness, the sounds around him feeling uncomfortably close.
Oh, I'm panicking. Oh, I'm almost panicking. Oh man. I gotta get the hell out of here. Can't even run because it's nasty. Oh shit. Okay. Gotta be very careful here. Oh, I just saw something. What the hell was that? I think it might be something just wet down there. Okay. I just heard something. Something made a sound in my ear. What the f was that? Nope. Let's just go. Okay. Oh, that was freaky.
He eventually reached the exit, shaken by one final unsettling noise that suggested whatever remained in the forest was hostile. After a series of disturbing events, Angelo chose not to return to the forest alone. Some viewers suggest fear and natural sounds played a role, while others believe something unexplained was present. Would you stay to find answers or leave right away? Built around quiet exploration rather than thrills, the YouTube channel Exploring Alabama follows a creator who wanders through creeks, abandoned sites, and forgotten corners of the southern landscape, searching for traces of history left behind by time. On Easter Sunday, he entered Talladega National Forest, expecting nothing more than a calm walk along a creek, letting the water guide the route.
I drove up here to Chiaha to look for, well, I'm outside Chiaha State Park. I drove up here with the intentions of having a play date with this creek, but I left my boots in my dad's yard after cutting grass. There's only one thing to do, and that's get these incredible shoes and gorgeous legs wet. So it's not a city creek, so I'm okay with that. If it were a city creek, I would probably head the other direction. I did saturate myself with bug spray. What I want to know is what is the largest animal in this creek. It's most likely going to be a snake. Wandering snapping turtle headed upstream.
The video, uploaded on April 23rd, 2025, begins like many others. Peaceful, routine, until the forest offers something it was never meant to reveal. For most of the journey, nothing unusual appears. He hikes along the creek, takes in the environment, and continues upstream. The outing feels calm and uneventful, until he notices something partially buried near the water's edge.
That is a human mandible. Part of a human skull. I pulled it out. This is, I pulled that out. I thought that was the points to a young buck. Deceased people, by their dental records, and we're all the way down to first, second bicuspid, cuspid, and the laterals. What to do? I mean, I know what to do. I'm just a long way from. I tell you, the biggest thing that's bothering me right now, and I mean this literally to the point of it kind of makes me want to cry because somebody was looking for that person.
What he uncovers is deeply unsettling. The object is identified as part of a human skull, specifically a mandible. Based on the dental structure, it is clear the remains are not from an animal. The realization immediately changes the tone of the trip. The discovery carries emotional weight. The thought that the remains belong to a real person, someone who may have been missed or searched for, becomes difficult to ignore. He leaves the forest, returns to his vehicle, and contacts local authorities. Police arrive and are led back to the exact location of the find. Nearby, they observe scattered trash and signs of past human presence, suggesting the remains may have traveled from another area along the creek.
So like I say, I didn't dig anymore. This was right here. There's more stuff up there.
How far?
You know, it's on up around the corner and everything, and a little bit of trash. But so now we're walking back to the campsite where I found the wooden spoon and the garbage. Yeah, that's not far up around this corner.
You two I was living here. The next morning, pile of bear poop.
The following morning, investigators confirm the remains are human. Police also share a possible explanation. Years earlier, a cult operating in the region reportedly ended in violence after a leadership dispute. One individual was believed to have been killed, and their body was never recovered. Authorities think the remains could belong to that missing person. This discovery shows how a person's life can quietly disappear into nature, hidden by time and water. Even without many answers, finding the remains may have finally brought some closure to what happened. But it also reminds us that some stories in the wild are darker than they first appear, and not every mystery is easy to face or fully understand. Brothers Wild is a YouTube channel built around quiet exploration, open fires, and long nights spent listening to places most people walk past without noticing. On February 24, 2024, the two creators behind the channel, Rich and Ash, planned an overnight camp beside the ruins of the old Bersham Ironworks, a site once driven by industry, later shaped by hardship, labor, and tragedy. What began as a calm stay gradually shifted into something heavier, as the forest revealed that it carried far more memory than it showed. The video opens in daylight as they enter Bersham Woods, with a river flowing steadily nearby and the unseen ironworks lending the area a muted stillness. As they move deeper and set up camp, the surroundings begin to feel exposed and isolated, shaped by a past that seems to linger among the trees.
At the moment I'm feeling fairly calm, a little bit eerie, but yeah. We heard some whistling earlier on, no one was around. Maybe someone was whistling a dog walker, it could have been. But yeah, apart from that, nothing. But the last time we were up here, I heard somebody behind me walking. When I turned round, nobody was there. So we've come back here in hope to do a reading later on and try and make contact with anyone, or any lost soul or energy, whatever you want to believe it is.
The forest feels quiet, but uneasy, as if something familiar yet unseen remains close. As darkness settles over the ironworks, the history of the land weighs more heavily on the atmosphere. The initial calm does not last. An unexplained sound cuts through the woods, shifting the mood from peaceful to alert.
Yeah, we're just starting to get the fire going now as well. What was that?
That wasn't me.
Did you hear something?
Yeah, there's something high.
We're just starting to get the fire going now as well. There's no one around.
That was weird.
That was really loud.
Yeah, there's nobody.
What the hell?
The noise feels out of place, and the sense of being watched begins to grow as night fully takes hold. A paranormal reading setup is carried away from camp and placed carefully among roots and fallen branches.
Right, put the reader there. I'm going to put a gap ball in there, so it definitely can't move. I'm going to put one... Ooh, can we stick one in here? Yeah, there we go. One there, so it can't move. And I'll put another one just over here. No, is it going to roll? It's going to roll. I'll put it there by that tree.
Devices are positioned securely, lights are dimmed, and the forest falls into deeper silence.
Let me just get my other torch on, Rich. What was that? Oh my god! Did you hear that? You heard that, right?
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah,
that was
definitely.
loud.
I'm
trying not to freak out now.
What's that?
That sounds like screaming and
moaning, yeah.
And I hear a humming. I hear a humming.
Soon after, layered sounds begin to emerge, distant, unclear, and slowly becoming more defined. The noise carries depth and movement, creating the impression that something unseen is drawing closer.
Wow, what is that? Let's turn my lights off for a minute. very quiet, Rich. It sounds like something bloody satanic. Shh, just be quiet, Rich. Be quiet a minute, mate.
Despite not knowing where the sounds originate, they move deeper into the woods. Ahead, they encounter activity near a bridge and waterfall that feels deliberate and ritualistic. The scene is unexpected and unsettling, forcing them to retreat quickly.
There's people below this bridge. What the hell is this? Be quiet, be quiet, be quiet, yeah? Don't get seen. Don't get seen, don't get seen. Some sort of ritual things going on right now. They got people in the waterfall naked. They're all fucking naked. Oh my god. Right, let's go. Let's get out of here, mate. Oh my god. That is not normal, guys. We're getting out of here. They're all naked, swimming in the waterfall, chanting. That is weird. That's witchcraft stuff. Let's get out of here.
Instinct overrides curiosity, and the urgency to leave becomes clear. Back near camp, they attempt one final reading before departing. The devices respond sharply and without warning, as if something followed them back and demanded acknowledgement.
Are you there? Whoa! Okay. Okay. Oh, you don't. You don't want us to leave tonight. You don't want us to leave tonight. Okay, go red. Please go red. That was crazy. Oh. Just as I was gonna turn the camera off. I was just about to turn the camera off. Go to red again, please. Go to red again. Can you go to red again?
One more time. Once.
Oh my god!
Moments later, the activity fades. The forest becomes unnaturally quiet once again.
Yes. 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 Oh my.
I'm gonna go.
They're not gonna. I can feel the energy. It's gone. It's depleted. It's gone.
By morning, the camp, river, and woods appear unchanged, yet the weight of the night remains. The experience serves as a reminder that some places do not need to reveal their secrets. In Bersham, the forest did not show anything. It only remembered. Some believe these events reflect environmental sounds, history, and heightened awareness, while others feel the land itself holds something unresolved. If you were there, would you trust logic or leave before night returned? The Bell Explorers are a duo known for exploring abandoned structures, haunted forests, and locations tied to unsettling histories. Their videos focus on nighttime investigations and places that many believe still hold echoes of the past. Some of their content has gained attention for creating genuinely chilling moments. In this video, they return to the Screaming Woods in Pluckley, Kent, an area often described as one of the most haunted locations in the United Kingdom. Locals have long spoken about shadowy figures, strange whispers, and sudden screams said to move through the trees after dark.
Hi guys, we're back at Pluckley Wood. After last time we was here, we had our encounter, which shit the life out of us. But yeah, it was a bit of a naughty one, wasn't it? But we've come back. Why did we run away and stuff? I mean, would you run away with shit our pants? What would you have done? But we've come back and we're going to see if we can get more encounters. And we're going to try our hardest not to run away. And we're going to try and get some kind of footage if anything decides to want to come back or whatever. So, guys, let's get this done.
See what we can find this time.
Yeah, I'm quite excited. I'm a bit nervous, but I'm quite excited.
Yeah, be a bit more prepared for it this time.
It's definitely jogged our minds a little bit. AKA Screaming Woods.
No camping allowed. Yeah, what the fuck you'd want to camp in this for the night?
Yeah, I wouldn't be camping in it. That's all fun and games, isn't it? God, it's still stodgy though. It's still stodgy.
Well, it's firm stodgy, but yeah.
I've got a bit better torch, guys, so hopefully we can get some better footage as well. I've got a bit more power in it.
the pair decided to revisit the woods following a previous encounter that left a strong impact. This time they planned to stay longer, move deeper into the area, and attempt to document clearer evidence, responding to feedback from viewers who questioned their earlier retreat. The location, also known as Deer in the Woods, carries warning signs and does not allow camping. Despite moments of light conversation and preparation, the ground remained wet and uneven, and the forest felt closed in. With upgraded lighting equipment, they continued forward, hoping improved visibility would help capture whatever might appear. As they explored further, the atmosphere began to change.
What was that?
Something over there.
You hear it?
Yeah.
Shit. What was that noise? I can hear someone walking. Joe, this is creeping me out. Oh, I just heard a knock again. This is get. Shit, Joe!
What's that?
Shit!
What's that?
Fucking hell. That? No, Joe, we got no. The fucking car's over there. Shit. Oh, what are we gonna fucking do?
We're gonna have to chance it, aren't we?
Oh, fuck.
That's the car.
You're fucking joking, aren't you? Did you see that?
Yeah.
I swear, it looked like a person.
It did look like a person, didn't it? Walking across.
I don't want to go that way, Joe. I don't want to do it. Shit. I swear I just saw him again. I swear I just saw.
Is that someone up there?
Shit, is that something? I can't even see.
No.
Shit, there's people. Fuck off. Not again. We can't do this shit. Every fucking time. We ain't doing this. Which way was it? This way.
Unfamiliar sounds emerged nearby, suggesting movement close to their position. The noises did not follow a clear pattern and seemed to shift with their steps. Although uncertain about what they had seen, they continued walking. The strange activity persisted, and the sense of being followed grew stronger. Sounds continued to surface from different directions, keeping just enough distance to remain unseen. Whatever was moving through the woods appeared to stay back, never fully revealing itself. Its purpose was unclear, but the tension continued to rise as the situation felt increasingly unsafe. Eventually, the pressure became too much. The explorers ran and exited the forest as quickly as possible, choosing distance over answers. What truly happened that night is still unclear. The experience may have been caused by people, animals, or fear intensified by a place already known for strange stories. But no explanation was ever confirmed. The explorers left the woods unharmed, leaving behind only unanswered questions. If you felt something following you in the dark, would you stay to find answers, or leave before it came any closer? This case comes from Sam Bradshaw, the creator behind a self-titled YouTube channel, where he documents his early steps into outdoor exploration. His videos follow solo hikes and wild camps in remote areas, showing both the beauty of nature and the challenges faced by someone still learning through experience. On November 15, 2025, one trip would show him just how quickly those challenges can turn serious. Sam planned an overnight solo camp in the panoramic mountains of Banao. Despite forecasts warning of heavy rain and strong winds, he believed his equipment would be enough. As he climbed higher, however, the wind grew stronger, and the area began to feel unsafe. Trusting his instincts, he altered his route and searched for a more protected ridge.
So yeah, the wind's brutal, and it would just be worse up top on Paranormal. You might not even be able to hear me, to be honest. See how this mic actually does. I was going to go up it. I have done it about 8 times this year, and it was very windy, and I'll be up there for a few seconds, come back down, and then come back this way. I think to pass the time, I'm going to hike over this ridge, probably about an hour, take me closer to sunset, and I might find a better spot over there.
After a difficult hike, Sam reached a campsite he knew well. In summer, it offered wide views and ideal ground, but the current conditions had changed everything.
We're at the top. I'm going to take you to my favourite camp spot. Oh, it's uncampable today. That's good to know, actually. So, this in the summer is undefeated. Now, granted, it's a bog right now. I mean, it's not that bad. Clearly a very flat area and built water. But this, in the summer, the ground is literally perfect for a pitch.
I'm not really selling it here, but it just, yeah, there's something about it. You can't find it anywhere. You probably can't find it elsewhere, but it's not the same. I love it here. I'll pick it back up if I find another spot. If not, I'll probably just come back to that spot because
The soil had become soft and waterlogged, turning the area into an unstable bog. Realizing it was no longer suitable, he continued moving in hopes of finding safer ground.
I don't know if you can hear me, but as you can see, the rain's on its way. So I'm going to sit up here and just make sure I stay dry because this is not going to be fun. It's windy.
Rain soon arrived, carried by relentless wind. Sam quickly pitched his tent, but the views disappeared almost completely. Thick fog and steady drizzle swallowed the landscape, leaving only vague outlines of nearby ridges and no sign of improvement ahead.
I think I captured it pretty well when I was putting the tent up, but look at this. There is no view at all, and this was on the forecast, and this is not going to change all night. Make out the ridge going up to Fanabig, but Penavan's gone, everything's gone. It's barely raining, literally just a little bit of drizzle. I mean, I think it's pretty wet, but I'll be dry all night, I'll be fine. It's not gonna, this tent will hold up.
Later that night, after resting briefly, Sam woke to complete darkness. The absence of light, combined with wind and rain, created a deeply unsettling environment. What had seemed manageable now felt fragile.
So the time is now 7:10, sunset. 2 hours ago. I read some of my book and then fell asleep for an hour and a half and woke up to this. It is spitting with rain, very fucking windy, but the tent is holding up beautifully.
The situation escalated suddenly when a tent pole snapped under the pressure of the storm. His shelter began to collapse, forcing him to act quickly. In the dark and worsening weather,
Probably didn't expect to see me here. Long story short, my tent pole snapped. I had a feeling something was wrong. Basically the tent was just falling on me. So I went out to have a look and it was just, just completely snapped off, and I was like, right. The main issue was the winds did not ease up. So it was 50-mile-an-hour winds, rain, and I had to get all my stuff packed away in my tent, but unlucky. I reckon that exact same thing would have happened had I gone up Penavan and camped up there like the original plan. Getting down from there in the dark is hard work.
he packed his gear before it could be blown away, focusing entirely on getting out safely. Cold, soaked, and exhausted,
It's a full update when I'm back in the car, but I've managed to navigate half back to the car. So, everything's wet.
Sam eventually reached his car with his equipment intact. He had made it through the night, but the experience left a lasting impression. The mountain had allowed no mistakes. Some see this as a lesson in how fast weather can change in the mountains, while others focus on the risks of pushing on when conditions feel wrong. If you were in his place, would you trust your gear or leave at the first warning sign? Next case is Brendan Explores, a UK-based YouTuber known for spending nights wild camping, cooking simple meals, and exploring remote locations from inside his van. His channel usually highlights the quiet comforts of road life, scenic parks, budget-friendly food, and hidden places far from busy routes. But during one stealth trip to Lake Vyronwy in Wales, what began as a calm night by the water slowly shifted into something far more unsettling. After cooking, settling in, and preparing to sleep, the area seemed peaceful and still. That calm was broken when a bright reflection cut through the darkness.
I can see headlights.
A vehicle approached, slowed, and then stopped nearby, introducing an unexpected presence into the quiet surroundings. Moments later, heavy footsteps could be heard moving around the van. Someone began knocking against the panels, tapping different sections as if checking for a response. No words were spoken, and no explanation followed. Brendan remained motionless, choosing not to react. Soon after, the figure disappeared without warning.
Who the was that? They just drove off. Didn't shout anything, didn't ask if anyone's in here, gave a couple knocks, shone the light in, and drove off. Shit. I thought someone would come back then, Jesus. What do I do? What do I do?
The situation did not end there. Hours later, around 3:30 in the morning, another vehicle arrived. This time, a van. Although this footage was not shown, the vehicle remained parked for nearly 15 minutes with its engine running and headlights fixed directly on Brendan's window. No one exited the vehicle, and no sound was made. Brendan stayed frozen in place, unsure whether moving would make things worse. When the van finally left, dawn was less than an hour away.
Well, that's one hell of a wake-up if I've ever had one. Jeez.
He managed only brief moments of rest, his thoughts replaying the footsteps, the knocks, and the blinding lights again and again. What caused the disturbance is still unknown. It may have been people trying to scare him away, or something more threatening. What began as a quiet lakeside stop became a disturbing lesson in isolation. If this happened to you, would you stay still or leave as soon as you could? A quiet overnight escape led a solo camper into the forests near Loch Va in the Scottish Highlands on August 18, 2025. The footage comes from Eleanor Grace Adventures, a YouTube channel known for solo travel and reflective wild camping in remote places. Near Aviemore, Eleanor entered the woods seeking isolation, only to find a silence that felt deeper and more unsettling than expected.
Around here, apparently around here, is a very old and abandoned car. I wanted to come here to find this really creepy abandoned old car. How the hell did they get a car down here? Was it airlifted in? Then I found a little carved off path, so it's got to be around here somewhere. It's got to be. I'm looking for it. I'm looking for like a big...
The area feels empty, untouched, and far removed from roads or regular foot traffic. Each step takes her farther from town and deeper into a space that feels sealed off from the outside world, as if the forest is holding its breath.
Hiya, mate. You been here a while, or...?
I've done a fair bit of research on this car, and some things are left together what I found from previous explorers online. This is an Opel Olympia, a 1938 model, which is also a left-hand drive.
There's like a really old tin there.
It was made by the German manufacturer Opel and likely imported from Europe around this time, as this is an earlier model. I'm still unsure of how exactly Opel got here. Yes, I'm giving her a nickname because she deserves one, okay? My guess is that this part of the forest was once easier to reach by car.
While searching off the main path, she comes across something unexpected, a vintage Opel Olympia from the late 1930s, abandoned deep among the trees. The area around it is dense, with no clear access route, making its presence feel oddly misplaced. Heavy rain begins to fall, and thick mist rolls in across the forest. Instead of waiting it out, Eleanor chooses to enter the loch. As she swims, the forest feels unnaturally quiet.
No better time than swimming in the rain. I mean, seriously. Who's in that case? There's just one person here that's swimming in torrential rain, me. And there must be people hiding in trees. Like, what the actual hell is she doing? Woohoo! Your dog is so cute. Really cute. She's an idiot. Oh, really? So am I. Don't worry about it. So nice, so happy. Oh, it's peeing it down. Retreat under tree. We've still got a camp. And if this is going to be the weather tonight, I'll always remember this day. That car, I'll always remember that car. I wish I could have camped, like, next to the car.
As evening sets in, Eleanor is forced to move after noticing parking restrictions and finds a new spot near the trees.
On Google Maps. We've come in further down a little bit and I'm gonna see what I can find here. This is absolutely stunning. You hear the birds? I don't know if you can, my mic's on. Wow, and I am covered by a tree, so hopefully it's actually not too bad.
She begins setting up her new tent while insects swarm relentlessly. The forest stays unnervingly quiet, and the stillness slowly turns the space around her uneasy.
What you normally do? Look at the sun coming out, look, between the trees. It's beautiful. Look at the way I'm sat. This is not attractive, sat like this. I've had to keep dried foods in my car for how long? Because I've been on this trip a while now. And I'm going to have a pot noodle. It's better than nothing. Midgies. Oh, for God's sake, Ellie. I left the sachet in. Come on. Not really. I might have to split this up. Just waiting for my pitter. Now what? This is my first time ever. Now obviously I've camped a lot, but it's my first time ever camping. Like, I've got a rucksack full of stuff. This is how obviously a lot of wild camping is done. Stir crazy. Again. Sometimes you've just got to listen to yourself. I just know that I wouldn't enjoy it. I'm not going to enjoy this. I'm gonna have to try and figure out a way to do this like where I actually enjoy it, because if I'm not enjoying it and I'm just fidgeting all the time, like sat there for hours in the silence. 2 cars within the space of 2 minutes have just beat me when I was trying to sort out the back of the car. 2 blokes. I just went.
Later that night, after deciding to leave, Eleanor returns to her vehicle and sorts her gear at the back. 2 cars pass by and sound their horns as they go. Brief but intrusive, the attention feels unsafe and confirms that leaving was the right choice. Some viewers believe the experience reflects natural isolation and coincidence, while others point to how subtle moments, silence, isolation, and unwanted attention can change perception. When nothing seems clearly wrong, how do you decide whether to stay calm or trust your instincts and leave? Hold on a sec. If you're enjoying this so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's continue. A filmmaker and urban explorer known for documenting unsettling investigations on YouTube, Jasko often pushes into abandoned places and remote forests with his friends Chris and Ben. Yet one location stood apart: the Devil's Forest, infamous for violence, strange deaths, and disappearances. On September 16, 2025, Jasko and Chris camped deep inside it, unaware the calm would not last. While walking along a trail, Jasko suddenly heard his name being called in Chris's voice.
I just heard my name being called from down the trail.
The problem was that Chris was positioned nearly a quarter mile away in the opposite direction. What Jasko experienced next would cost him countless hours of sleep afterward.
But Chris is in that direction. Chris? But if he's down there, then... What the f? Yo! Who's down there? Hello?
This was not the first strange event Jasko had encountered in this forest. Years earlier, he had camped there during winter with his friend Ben. While they slept, footsteps crunched just outside their tent, and a spirit box had warned of someone approaching.
Scottish.
Moments later, a scream echoed across the frozen woods.
Oh, Ben! What the fuck was that?
When they checked the area, they found fresh footprints pressed into a log resting on a frozen lake.
What? Look on that log right there.
Holy...
Ben? Those are feet prints. Look at that. What? No.
The tracks appeared without explanation and ended just as suddenly. To this day, that night remains unexplained. Returning to the present, Jasko had just experienced what he described as the scream of his life. Soon after, he and Chris were about to learn the true legend surrounding the Devil's Forest.
Chris? Chris, did you hear that? Somebody just break a fucking window? What was that? What was that?
That was so loud.
As they prepared to sleep, A loud sound resembling shattering glass came from just outside their van. When they checked, nothing appeared damaged or broken.
Something there?
I don't know.
But Chris, what would make that glass noise?
I don't know. That's what I'm wondering. It doesn't make sense. It makes no sense.
Is someone out here like messing with us?
The worst was still to come. Only moments later, Jasko and Chris encountered the most terrifying moment they had ever faced.
Chris! That was a gunshot. That was a gunshot. Did you see anything?
There's a light. There's a fucking light right there.
Oh!
What?
Oh shit!
What is that? There's someone out
Chris,
there?
what the fuck?
What is that?
Yo, there's someone out there. There's someone out there.
Bro,
That's a light. That's a fucking light. It's moving. Chris, it's moving. There's someone outside the van right now.
oh my God.
What the fuck?
From the trees, a moving light appeared, confirming that someone or something was nearby and circling their location.
Bro, if they have a gun and we're fucking hearing shit.
Fearing for their safety, they abandoned the campsite and ran barefoot into the night, determined not to stop until they were miles away from the forest. Whether the experience was caused by something paranormal or by real people remains unclear. What is certain is that Jasko entered the Devil's Forest twice, and both times he was forced to flee for his life and the safety of his friends. Their escape shows that sometimes leaving is the only option, but not everyone gets that chance. That became clear when Brendan later found himself trapped as headlights and footsteps closed in on his van. Some believe these encounters point to human threats, while others suspect something far more unsettling. Would you stay and investigate, or leave without looking back? Brendan Explores is a channel centered around calm trips, simple food, drinks, and quiet scenery. On March 19, 2024, however, the experience took an unexpected turn. The problems began before the adventure even properly started. The night was bitterly cold. Vehicles raced through the area, and motorhomes came and went well past midnight. Brendan spent the night drifting between sleep and shivering, waiting for the sun to warm the van. By morning, the scene appeared peaceful. Frost covered the roof, the sun rose steadily, and there was finally a moment to breathe. The day began normally. Breakfast was made, gear was packed, and after a few light moments with Steve, they headed toward the B-52 crash site. The trail quickly proved difficult.
Well, you can definitely tell we're getting higher. There's a little bit of snow on the peaks here. I dare say it, and this is not, I repeat, not for dramatic effect, but we haven't seen another sign yet. We saw the one sign at the very start of the trail. We're slipping and sliding everywhere. Hopefully we get, give me a sign!
Icy sections, deep mud, soaked shoes, and long miles lay ahead. Even experienced hikers they encountered warned that the route would be challenging under those conditions. Eventually, Brendan chose to turn back.
With the temperatures being sub-zero right now, even though the sun's shining, it is a cold day. I've now got wet feet. I know from previous experience, from doing various different things in my youth, with at least 3 or 4 miles to go, would be a pretty silly decision for my health. So it's not very often I turn back. I didn't feel safe going forward, and I think you have to be honest with yourself and actually look at what's going to come if things go wrong.
With sub-zero temperatures, wet feet, and dangerous terrain still miles ahead, continuing would have risked his health. It was not an easy choice, but safety came first. The pace of the day slowed again. Brendan walked through Bakewell, picked up pastries, filmed briefly, then drove to a quiet hillside location to camp. It felt like a place meant for a peaceful night. After dark, everything changed. As Brendan settled in, something struck the top of his partner's van, loud enough to shock him alert.
You alright, mate?
Yeah. And there's a car. Did you have it as well?
Yeah.
Like a.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking at you, mate. They were bit by the van. I don't know what he's doing up there. He's the one
Hang on.
worrying me a little bit.
Yeah, hang on.
I've got something to say.
What time is it?
You stay away from my van.
Honestly, when I heard that car go past, what were they doing?
I don't know. We've got somebody up there who's got a big spotlight on. He's our problem because he's just driving backwards and forwards. If you look, right? If you look, is there somebody up there?
That scared the living daylights out of me.
Well, I just banged my roof, I did then.
Jesus.
Soon after, a small van passed by, followed by a Land Rover, both moving quietly as they circled the area. Later, headlights appeared on the ridge above. A vehicle sat motionless with its engine off, lights aimed directly at the camp, neither leaving nor approaching, simply watching.
So what are they playing at up there then?
It's that light up there.
It's just stalking us.
It's if it's sitting up there with the headlights on.
Yeah, like whether it's a vehicle or not. Well, it's definitely a vehicle because I heard it.
Yeah, I heard it. It was a little, Ford Connect van.
Well, why is he just stood there or sat there like stalking?
If you look here, if you stand here, right, it looks like there's two.
When the vehicle finally disappeared, Brendan launched a drone to scan the hillside. Instead of clarity, it revealed something more unsettling.
Apologies if you guys can't really see much because of how dark it is, but there's definitely something or someone at the brow of that hill.
Yeah. See, it's picking up something.
Yeah.
It's like, mate, it's a fire. Look at the heat off. Look at the glow off it.
What the hell are they doing setting fires at this time of night? Car's gone past twice.
So we have two vehicles.
Yeah.
Go past. One was a van, definitely a little van.
Yeah.
And the other was
Land Rover.
Yeah,
a large fire burning in the middle of nowhere, with no visible people or explanation. Despite the disturbing events, they stayed through the night. Neither felt at ease. Steve repeatedly checked outside, while Brendan remained inside his van, heater running at full power, waiting for daylight. What was meant to be a quiet stay in a peaceful place became one of the most unsettling camping experiences Brendan had ever recorded. Some believe the encounter involved people watching from a distance, while others think something stranger was happening. If you were there, would you stay until morning or leave immediately? Bushman in Blue, run by Al, is usually a channel focused on peaceful wild camps, harsh weather, and the simple enjoyment of spending time outdoors with his dog, Blue. But on March 7, 2022, a winter summit camp in the Lake District pushed the situation far beyond anything he had planned for. The plan itself was simple. Al would hike up Blencathra, enjoy the snow-covered summit, pitch his tent, relax with a couple of beers, and watch the sunset. At first, it felt like a perfect winter overnight stay.
Look at this. It's a steep climb to get to this point, but already you can just see all the mountains in the background, all snow-covered. Sun just pouring through the clouds there. Just fantastic.
The snow was light and powdery, the views were clear, and the open sky stretched endlessly ahead. But as night arrived, conditions shifted quickly. Temperatures dropped sharply, falling well below freezing.
Oh, it's chilly. It's a cold one. But nice to get that mat up, and now I'm sat on that. That makes a hell of a difference. So next job, I'm going to get all my hot gear on to keep me warm.
The wind cut through every layer of clothing. The tent shook, snow blew inside, and visibility dropped to almost nothing.
Well, it's getting a bit flappy in here. There's gusts coming through that are really almost annihilating this tent. So hopefully we can stand strong till the morning. The wind is just bringing, if you can see there, look at all that. Just snow just...
Still, Al and Blue stayed put, trusting their gear and riding out the gusts. Then the real danger arrived. A sudden warm front moved in overnight, bringing rain, rising temperatures, and fast snowmelt.
Well, the wind isn't the problem anymore. I need a paddle. Look at this. What the hell am I going to do now?
Within minutes, the area around the tent turned into moving water. The ground softened as meltwater collected and began to flow. Before long, Al realized something was seriously wrong. He was camping in the middle of a forming stream. Water pressed into the tent from all sides.
There's just water everywhere, like 3 inches all the way around everywhere.
The bathtub floor flattened under the pressure, allowing water to surge inside. His gear became soaked, The tent poles strained, and Al and Blue huddled together on the sleeping mat, the only thing keeping them above the freezing water. Outside, the wind battered the tent until one of the poles finally snapped. Hypothermia was no longer just a possibility. If the mat failed, if the tent collapsed, or if temperatures dropped further, the outcome could have been far worse. Al waited for the faintest light of morning, packed up inside the flooded tent, and forced his way back into the storm. The descent was brutal, filled with wind, rain, slush, and no comfort at all. But leaving was safer than staying. By the time he reached lower ground, he was soaked, exhausted, and completely drained. Both Al and Blue made it down safely, though the situation could have ended very differently. Some see this as a sudden weather shift turning dangerous, while others point to how fast conditions can change in the mountains. If you were there, would you stay and wait it out, or leave at the first sign of danger? Novus Wild Camper is a channel run by a solo outdoorsman, usually focused on quiet hikes, simple trips, and relaxed wild camping. This outing began like any other overnight stay, calm and routine, until nightfall brought something that felt out of place. On December 20th, 2021, Mad had been working nearby and decided to spend the night on White Edge. A viewer had suggested the location, and the evening appeared ideal, with a bright moon and a light chill in the air. Unaware a hidden presence would soon reveal itself, he followed the trail past low mist settling in the valleys and chose a spot to pitch his tent. Once camp was set, he slipped into his usual routine, preparing simple noodles, making coffee, and having a drink as the temperature continued to fall. Around 9:30 p.m., Mad climbed into his sleeping bag and tried to sleep. He had camped alone many times before and was familiar with normal wildlife sounds. But as he drifted off, a deep, guttural noise echoed through the darkness.
Right, so I've heard deer, I've heard foxes make some really weird noises at night. But
the sound was unfamiliar. It was not a bark or a scream, but something heavier and rougher, almost like strained breathing between each call. Mad stayed alert as the noise returned, this time seeming closer.
I'm not sure if the camera picked it up, but God knows what it is. It's quite a weird, guttural sound. I'll try and boost it on the edit. See if you can hear it, because that is really weird. Did you hear that? That's quite eerie. It does not sound like a deer. Definitely doesn't sound like a fox.
He remained still, listening for movement outside the tent. Nothing followed. He stayed zipped inside, avoiding the use of a light. The darkness felt complete, and whatever made the sound felt close enough to unsettle him more than any previous night outdoors. After a while, he tried to settle again, but the tension lingered.
I'm going to zip up and put my earplugs in, I think. Try and get some sleep, and hopefully I'll still be here in the morning.
Something about the sound did not sit right. By sunrise, Matt had already been awake for hours. The temperature had dropped to around 2 degrees Celsius, and condensation covered the tent walls. The deep cry did not return, but another strange noise replaced it.
I'm acting like I've just woke up. It's about 7 o'clock. I've been up since 5. Just trying to get some morning shots. Don't know if the camera's picking it up, but there's a very weird sounding bird. It sounds like a kookaburra with a sore throat. It's not going to do it now.
This time it was a harsh, rattling bird call unlike anything he recognized. Nothing like the usual Peak District birds. The sound stayed near the camp until he began packing up. In daylight, the ridge looked calm again, almost harmless. Still, the memory of that deep, guttural sound followed him. He took one last look at the campsite, shouldered his pack, and walked back toward the car. The night had been unsettling, and whatever moved through the area made one thing clear: he had not been alone. Some believe the sounds came from rare wildlife, while others think something unknown was nearby. If you heard those noises alone at night, would you stay calm or leave immediately? Known for quiet stealth trips, fall landscapes, and slipping into overlooked places, the Northwest Wind is a channel run by Sam. That tone didn't last during a late-season camp inside a corn maze. On October 26, 2023, Sam approached the site from the woods, forcing his way through thick brush and mud to stay unseen.
I've been bushwhacking for a few minutes. It's right up over this hill. Trying not to get my feet wet, but it's mud butt brooks back here. I gotta find a better way in.
Inside the tall rows, the mood shifted. Every step caused movement. Every gust stirred the stalks, until the maze no longer felt empty.
Just trying to get a feel for where would be best to set up. I don't want to be seen in here. I'm at the bottom of a hill, and there's a nice overlook at the top. So there's plenty of people around. It's peak foliage, and this is like a very scenic spot. People come take photos all the time. So I gotta definitely lay low for a while. Kind of sketchy, a little sketchy. It is kind of spooky in here, not gonna lie. Sorry if I'm talking quiet. I just don't want anybody to know that I'm in here at all. The maze is closed today, so I'm not supposed to be in the maze. That's why I came today.
Because the maze was closed for the day, Sam knew he needed to stay low and quiet while searching for a hidden place to set up. Voices drifted in from the edges of the field.
Yes, you hear people back there? I hope the camera could pick that up. You probably could. I just need to get to my spot.
Quads could be heard in the distance, and a dog barked nearby. Since the maze was officially closed, any movement inside would immediately draw attention. When night fell and the maze went completely dark, the situation escalated quickly.
I hear somebody coming on a quad or a side-by-side. There's somebody over here on a quad. Oh, shit. That was literally 10 feet from me. Hang on. They're literally like right there.
Engines passed far too close, and flashlights swept through the rows only yards away. Sam soon realized something he had overlooked during planning. The people who owned the farm did not just work the land, they lived right next to the maze.
I keep hearing people very close by, and those side-by-sides and machines have went by several times. I looked at the Google map again. The people that own this farm, their house is actually here. The people that own and live on this farm are actually 100 yards away. So I'm gonna bail, because the last thing I want is to get shot or be seen out here in the middle of the night and people wonder what the hell's going on their property. It's just not worth the risk. Those are flashlights. I can't film now because the screens are on.
Their house and yard were only about 100 yards from where he planned to camp. The quad circled again, closer this time, with voices and lights moving through the area. What began as simple stealth camping suddenly became the risk of being mistaken for an intruder moving around a family's property at night.
They're roaming around here for some reason. I don't know if it's because I'm in here or not, but I'm not taking the risk. I knew this place was commercial, but I didn't realize their house was right there. They got a pool, a tennis court, they're rich. I did not know they lived here, and I'm not gonna get caught in their backyard. That's a good way to get shot. They're close, they're really close. I'm not scared of getting caught. I'm scared of getting caught by homeowners in the middle of the night, so I just gotta get out of here. I think they're looking for me. I promise you I didn't plan this to end up like this. That's the side-by-side, it's close. I gotta get the hell out of here now.
One wrong move or misunderstanding could have ended badly. Recognizing the danger, Sam chose to abandon the attempt.
All right, I'm out of the cornfield, but now I gotta cross a road and go back into the woods. There's lights on back there. Do you hear them in the background? I just gotta go, I gotta go. Okay, I gotta go. They're still going around the property. I'm in the woods. Oh, okay, they're coming down here again. I don't know why this, okay, hang on. I think I'm technically off their property now, but it's pitch black and I'm in the woods. And yeah, their back porch is right at the corner of that corn maze. I'm just not comfortable sleeping in somebody's backyard. If it were me and I saw somebody in my backyard with a flashlight late at night, I'd be outside with a weapon. I'm not gonna puff my chest. It just wouldn't end well. It wouldn't be a good situation.
With his heart racing, he timed his movements with the wind, pushed through the corn, and made his way deeper into the woods.
I gotta cross this creek, try and get across these logs. I'm like thick in it. I'm deep in it right now. I had to turn it on because I don't know where I'm going. Ow. Oh, I just nutted myself. Oh my God. I fell on this log. Oh, I just nutted myself.
A creek crossing, unstable logs, and a long walk in complete darkness followed. By the time he reached the road, he was muddy, bruised, and frustrated. He treated the experience as a failed attempt, a lesson learned, and something to move on from. Still, the corn maze was an encounter that clearly stayed with him. Some believe the activity came from landowners checking their property, while others think Sam's presence triggered the response. If you were in that situation, would you risk staying or leave immediately? On November 18th, 2023, the YouTube channel Outdoor Boys released a solo bushcraft video filmed deep in the forests of Alaska. The channel is known for outdoor survival, hunting, and camping in remote environments. This time, Luke enters the woods alone in late autumn, gathering food, building shelter, and preparing for the night, unaware that the surrounding forest is far more active after dark than it appears by day.
An invasive beetle called the Japanese spruce bark beetle has wiped out more than 90% of the spruce trees in this forest. I can see a spruce grouse sitting on a tree branch up ahead. I definitely got him. Oh, there he is. Yeah. Look at this. Check it out. Those are moose bones right there. That looks like a big wolf dookie. See all the hair in it? Oh, there's more wolf poop. Wolves probably patrol this trail looking for food. Sure is a lot of poo on it. Oh, this looks like a decent spot to make camp.
Luke moves slowly along a forest trail in Alaska, searching for food and checking animal tracks. Along the way, he passes bleached moose bones and large piles of dark scat filled with fur, confirming that this area is part of an active hunting territory. Later, Luke chooses a campsite surrounded by dead spruce trees. Years earlier, bark beetles killed most of the forest, leaving dry trees standing everywhere. He cuts the dead trunks and stacks them into a simple bushcraft wall to block the wind and reflect heat. Nearly all the trees around him. The dry wood burns very easily, turning the area into a place that could catch fire fast.
Alrighty, I'm gonna get away from my campsite and go clean this bird. There we go, a couple pieces of grouse breast meat. Oh, that's looking good. Just stick it right there to warm. Oh, that smells delicious. May not look fancy, but I am excited to eat it. Oh, that was delicious.
As daylight fades, Luke cleans and cooks the grouse he hunted earlier. He eats beside the fire, following a calm and familiar routine. But beyond the light of the flames, the forest stays dark and quiet, giving no clear signs of what's nearby. At around 2:30 a.m., something changes. From inside the shelter, Luke hears howls coming from the forest. The sounds don't stay in one place. They move around the camp.
Guys, it's about 2:30 in the morning, and there is a large pack of coyotes out around my camp. I can hear them laughing and barking off to the left, and then over to the right. All right, I'm going to try to get some sleep. We'll see if they come into camp and mess with anything.
Well, good morning. I didn't sleep very well last night. I kept getting woken up by this massive pack of coyotes. I first heard them over here on the left, and it was so many dogs. Around 2 a.m., they were off here to the left, and then they worked their way through the woods in front of the tent. And then they got all the way out towards the car is. 4 or 5 a.m., they came back this way. And this time I could hear them behind the tent. But I kept the fire going all night, and as far as I know, they never came into camp. There we go, fried Spam. A little pat of butter here, we're gonna just melt all over it. Fried bread, honey butter, and Spam. The breakfast of champions right there. Hear that pack of coyotes started howling over there again.
As the howling continues, Luke starts to realize the animals are not alone. Instead of passing through, the animals seem to stay close. With the sounds lasting for hours, from around 2 a.m. to 5 a.m., Luke keeps the fire burning all night, knowing the fire is the only thing keeping the animals at a distance. When morning arrives, Luke begins preparing breakfast, but the night's danger hasn't fully passed. Faint howls still echo through the forest as the coyotes continue to mark their territory. The sounds serve as a clear reminder that this place does not belong to humans. Recognizing the message, Luke decides to pack up his camp and leave the area. When coyotes remain active for long periods, it often shows confidence rather than simple curiosity. In remote areas, how long the sounds last can be more important than actually seeing the animals. When wildlife stays nearby for hours, it raises questions about how closely the situation is being monitored. Hold on a sec. If you're enjoying this so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's continue. On January 27, 2026, the YouTube channel Trail Off, known for solo hiking and outdoor experiences in New Zealand, uploaded a video filmed in the Tararua Ranges near Wellington. The video follows a man hiking alone on the Dobson Loop Trail to clear his mind, unaware that the day will not unfold as expected. The man walks alone through dense native forest, enjoying the greenery and the sense of isolation. The path feels familiar and manageable. He talks about hiking as a way to reduce stress, and his mood is relaxed as he moves deeper into the trees. Then, without warning, a painful event threatens his safety.
I'm on the ground right now. I've stepped down onto a root and it's given way, and I've heard a snap either in the root or in my ankle, and now I'm in a bit of pain. So I guess this is a really good opportunity for me to document what I'm doing to get myself out of this situation. I want to be clear, this is not pretend. I don't know how badly. I've already called loudly for help. No one has heard, and there's every chance that at 2:39 p.m. in the afternoon on a Saturday, there's a chance I might be the last person through this trail for the day.
While stepping onto a tree root, it suddenly snaps, sending him to the ground in sharp pain and making it clear this is no longer a normal hike. The situation quickly escalates, and despite calling out for help, it becomes clear that he is completely alone in the forest.
The pain was worse at the start than it is now. My first thought was that I'd broken my ankle, and so if I've done that, there's no way that I can get out of here. The pain is going to get substantially worse when I'm out of shock. This sucks. I don't want to do that. God. Oh. Oh, God. Oh. I can't go that foot first. There's no chance I can be out of here on this ankle before dark. Oh.
Despite the pain, he tries to stand, but it is immediately clear that something is wrong and his body won't allow him to walk out safely.
I've reached the... Hopefully it holds me up. Okay. Basic first aid now. I think it talks to my phone, so I'm going to get out the... So I've had a reply from, I guess, the emergency services. I don't really know who, Maritime something. I met a lovely lady called Stephanie who's going to walk out and let Katrina know that I have a sprained ankle and that I've used my GPS or my PLB to call for help. I think she felt a bit guilty leaving, which it's understandable, but you know, she couldn't help me, and so going and confirming that in fact I do have help coming is handy. When I move around, the ankle's clicking a bit and it's sitting funny, and I'm starting to get the shakes a little bit. Put on some warmer clothes because I'm actually kind of cold now. Just replying to emergency services who have asked me to confirm that I'm on the track.
Accepting the situation, he activates his personal locator beacon and sends out an SOS signal. He receives a response soon after. While waiting, his body begins reacting to the injury, requiring immediate steps to stay safe and stable.
So that definitely sounds like a helicopter. I can't really move. I want to get up and wave stuff around, but I can't. I am stupid, but the second you see the helicopter, you think, yep, I'm real pleased. And then you start to, yeah. That was a dignified noise. Something that's not fucking green. I'm in this clearing.
Eventually, he hears the sound of a helicopter overhead. Relief quickly turns into fear when the aircraft circles but does not see him.
Please see me. Please. So someone winched down through the canopy and came up and helped me. It was really amazing. I was given a green whistle of drugs, which made me feel a lot better. I was still convinced it was sprain, but turns out was, in fact, a little fracture on the outside of the ball of the ankle.
After several tense minutes, rescuers arrive and quickly transport him to the hospital. He is treated and sent home the same night, reflecting on how quickly a simple hike turned into a situation where help was the only option. Many viewers noted how quickly an ordinary hike can become dangerous when someone is alone. A single injury, combined with isolation and time pressure, can turn a small mistake into a serious survival situation. When hiking alone, how prepared are you for the moment when you can't walk back out on your own? On October 22, 2025, the YouTube channel Jasco, known for overnight camping challenges and paranormal exploration, uploaded a video filmed in the Star Hill Forest outside New York. In this video, Jasco and his friend Chris return to a wooded area linked to old cemeteries and dark local legends. What begins as another overnight challenge quickly shows signs that this forest may not be as empty as it seems.
There was a serial killer that used to roam this forest and bury his victims all throughout the forest as well as this cemetery. In the cemetery, it is also rumored to be haunted by this sort of white-faced demon, and people claim that you look it in its face, that it will scar you for life. There was once a woman who looked at this demon face to face, and she cannot talk to this day. So we're gonna go in there. Chris,
what was that?
Why did all of the lights by the tombstones shut off?
That's actually fucking weird.
Actually, guys, there's these little lamps right here. They're scattered all throughout the cemetery. I swear to God, when we got here, hold on, actually, I just posted this on my Instagram story. Look at this. If you look in the cemetery, the lights are on.
That's concerning.
Jasco and Chris arrive at the Star Hill Forest as night approaches. The area is quiet, surrounded by trees and old graves hidden in the dark. Jasco explains the history of the location, including stories of violence and strange activity. As they move through the cemetery, small details begin to stand out. Solar lights on the graves suddenly shut off as they get closer. The forest feels active, even when nothing is clearly visible.
What's that like light green thing over there? You see,
I see that. I don't like that.
I'll take a picture.
That's very close.
I'm gonna zoom in on that. What is that? It looks like a tent. Look at my phone.
Yeah,
it's a tent, I think.
Someone's camping over there?
No way.
That's a tent, you're right.
Checking.
Check it? No, I don't think I want to.
While exploring deeper into the woods, they notice something unusual in the distance. A light-colored tent sits among the trees. Neither of them recognizes it, and they decide not to approach. Soon after, they hear footsteps moving across dry leaves.
And we spoke to some people nearby, the gas stations and stuff, and a lot of people said never go back there because there were rumors of some dark practices that occurred back here. This is apparently the area where that girl seen the white-faced demon that had her basically unable to speak to this day. I hear like walking in the leaves. Like the...
Yeah, crunching. Someone out here? Hello?
Wait.
Yeah, I heard that. Poor timing.
Hello? Listen, we don't want to go too far. We're just kind of curious to see who or what's out here. It is